Now, forgive me not knowing the brother. You got your mic, but I don't know who the hell you are. It's like you're in the Broadcasting Witness Protection Program.
Let's turn this back into a Tuesday tradition on Snowman in the Morning. Please help me welcome a fan of the national champs, a Gator fan, a Rams fan, and a very dear friend. He's the Playmaker, Darnell Sollins.
That's the man that Undercover Brother takes notes from.
And before and Playmaker, before you say anything, if y'all haven't checked out his programming, Rambly Talk, which I am very much a fan of, Shooting Lights Out.
Yes.
I encourage you guys to check out the Playmaker's work.
You heard, I demand it.
I demand it too. Because the first time, and I'm throwing a lot of flowers at the Playmaker, first of all, for being there for me and my family when I was going through cancer. Playmaker was one of the first people to comment on my post. I'm going to start crying. The week of my surgery, when everybody was commenting on it, Playmaker was one of the first ones up there. So Playmaker, my brother, I love you. Thanks for sticking with us. Thanks for sticking with this show. And thanks for sticking with Snowman Multimedia. We here truly appreciate you.
I mean, if it wasn't for Snowman in the Morning, a lot of people wouldn't have known who I was when I went to New Orleans for the Super Bowl. So,
right.
So people know my voice from being on this program.
So I will say this confidently. We will see you in Santa Clara. I will say this. Look, I've tried for the last 2 years to get to the Super Bowl, Las Vegas, and then New Orleans. And each of the last 2 years, something has come up with my health, and I couldn't make the trip. I couldn't get my credential request in time. So I need the Playmaker to lend us an assist, Deb Whitkus, because I want to host my crew at Super Bowl 60 in Santa Clara. That's why I'm saying this with confidence. Playmaker, brother, I love you, and we will see you next February in Santa Clara. Period.
All right.
Yeah. Man. First and foremost, Victor, you ain't off the hook. Where were you yesterday?
I actually put my I will say this. I put my my phone on to your program, and it said you were live in 30 minutes. And then I pulled the Snowman and passed out. So I was on, I just didn't comment. By the time I looked, I'm like, wait, did it go in? It said, thanks for tuning in. Oh, God, Greg and me I'm going to get clown for that.
You know what? You know how many times I've been clowned for that by my crew here, folks. For those who don't know, like I said, been through cancer, and my body is just all kinds of upside.
You have a reason. You've been through
Right.
hell. Okay, so when you fall asleep, we understand.
When I get done with work and I lay down, I said I'm gonna be checking into Shooting Lights Out, and the notification said Playmaker will be on in 30 minutes. Okay, cool. I got 30 minutes. Put it on, and then I passed out, and I woke up like, wait. Thanks to it. Oh, God dang it. Okay. So I didn't get a chance to say nothing.
You missed everything. Cole Johnson was in
rare
form.
And I listened to the
he was. Cole, I caught the replay. Cole was definitely in rare form.
And the thing is, I listened to the to the replay again. So I was like, man, I didn't get a chance to like comment on nothing, but
you know what's
I'll make sure that won't happen again.
You know what's crazy? I don't know how sometimes I catch the Shooting Lights Out podcast, the Shooting Lights Out show, which I want to carry on my network audibly and visibly. But there are some days, like Victor, I am just so exhausted. All right. And I too am guilty of this. Get the notification for Shooting Lights Out or for Ramley Talk, especially when our teams play each other. And I said, okay, I'm going to listen. I'm going to see what the Playmaker says and what kind of craziness I can use against him.
The Rams versus that team in Santa Clara.
Listen, you know what?
Hey, to be honest, I was actually respectful this past season.
Yeah. I listen. Whenever the Niners and Rams play, that is when I look forward to Ramley Talk. And I'm bringing back that 49ers show. And Playmaker, I want you to be a part of it, especially for those game previews. Listen, the first time he said that team in Santa Clara, I fell out laughing. My wife comes into my office and she says, "What are you laughing at?" So I queued up the part where Playmaker says that damn team in Santa Clara.
Mm-hmm.
Jody walks out laughing. We were staying with my in-laws at the time. I can hear her laughing going downstairs. It's great, and it's so much.
It's just like Kenny Smith. He can't say Duke. He has to say that
right
from Durham.
Yes,
right,
exactly. That's and that kind of heightened our friendship because I love going back and forth with Playmaker, but he is such a wonderful artist and a wonderful podcaster, and I appreciate you, Playmaker. We all appreciate you so very much, and I'm hoping soon you can come back and start being a weekly part of this program. We appreciate you.
Steve may have more talent. He be Playmaker.
Hey, look. Hey, hey, man. I've been blessed to do the stuff that I've been able to do. I've been blessed. So
I'll tell you what really made me laugh. The first year I started listening to Ramley Talk, I think it was 21. It was 2021. And it was right after the last game of the year. I'm waiting for that episode to drop. And I knew the day it was going to drop. My wife comes in and she says, "What are you waiting for?" "I'm waiting for my friend's podcast, Ramley Talk." She was like, "Ramley Talk?" I said, "Yeah, his favorite team is the Rams. So he does a weekly show on Ramley Talk." When that dropped, and I hear Playmaker with his teeth together. I swear to God, his teeth was together like this. His teeth was gritting, and he says, "I gotta talk about this damn game." I'm sitting there, I'm giggling, but I knew something else was coming. He goes over the stats, who did what. And then all of a sudden, I hear Playmaker say, "There's one player. That damn Deebo Samuel got us again."
Victor, remember it was that Monday night game when
yes.
Jimmy G basically threw a pick, but Deebo jumped got there and high and caught the ball
picked it back.
And once he caught that ball, it wasn't nobody around. He was gone. I'm like,
that reminds me of Pizzle talking about the Bills Dolphins game that one time.
Oh my Lord.
And I kid you not, the very next morning, Snowman's like, if it weren't for Deebo, we probably not would have won that game.
Right?
So Jimmy G literally, that was a pick.
That was a pick. Indeed. I agree.
That was an interception.
I totally agree. That was a pick six. When Jimmy threw that ball, I was scared as hell.
One thing I absolutely love about Playmaker was when he was on the show like every Tuesday, which I hope he does again.
Me too.
You knew a hot seat was coming. Every single time a hot seat was coming. Someone was getting
what you don't know is the fact that Cole Johnson will message me. He's like, "You better have one." I'm like, I gotta go find something.
Right.
And sure enough, when I don't have one, I just look at the TV. Oh, there you go. Oh, there go my hot seat right there. All right. Cole messes me Like, you better get. I'm like, bro, I'm at work. I don't even know what's going on right now.
Right. You know, and what makes it even more fun, Playmaker would message me and just say, "Get the hot seat ready."
Mm-hmm.
I don't know who he was going to roast, who he was going to rip, or anything like that. And then he would come on. We get the hot seat ready, and then Playmaker would just go cuckoo. He would go completely off.
Yep.
So I ask you, Playmaker, do you have a legendary hot seat for us this morning?
To be honest, to be quite honest, I can have plenty of hot seats, but I'm not going to do it because I have other shows that I can do that on. Because
can you just give us one here for old time's sake?
I can give you one.
Sweet.
Here we go.
All right. Whenever you hit that button, you'll let me know.
Cue up the fire.
Here we go, folks. A legend is back. All yours, sir.
I'm a bring in something from Monarchs of Wrestling. There's a certain group of people that are titled the IWC, as Bully Ray would call them on Busted Open.
Mm-hmm.
Why would I pick this group? Well, you know why I want to pick this group. Number one, how many years did you ask for John Cena to turn heel? How many years have you been asking for John Cena to,
since 2005, I think?
Yeah.
To embrace the hate.
To embrace the hate. Yep.
Yes.
Shout out to Kane.
Mayor Kane.
So he turns heel. He joins The Rock. Okay. Then you don't get no changing gear. You don't get no changing music. You get the same John Cena. And y'all hate it. But when he does the promo, he says, you don't get new gear because you want new gear. I don't dress like you. It is dressed like me.
Yeah.
John, you're right.
Yep.
I can't argue that.
Yep.
You don't get new music because you want new music. That is my voice on that soundtrack. Okay, John, I can't argue with that either. That is your music, so I can't argue with that one either.
Right.
But the IWC, this turn sucks. He's a heel. He's not supposed to do what y'all want him to do. You idiot.
Right.
Exactly. The thing is that
isn't that what they wanted?
Everything that John has been saying in every of his promos, you can't knock it. You can't say that's not
you
true.
Can't. You can't argue against it. It's like
you can't.
You can't.
John,
you
right.
Can't.
And then he says y'all made him a butt of a joke for 25 years, which is still going on, but y'all don't get it.
I mean, you can't see anything has been used in every. When you have MJF using it in AEW, you got guys using it in AEW and TNA.
And TNA, yep.
But y'all hate this heel turn. I bring that up to bring this up because I said it on Monarchs of Wrestling for quite some time. And Cool McCain will vouch for me. Y'all gonna mess around. Y'all gonna force Bianca Belair to turn heel. And when she turn heel, y'all gonna hate it. You know why? Because she gonna be on one a la like John Cena.
Yes.
And I don't understand the hate. I don't understand the hate for Bianca. I mean,
me neither.
Anything you just had Naomi turn heel with the Jade Cargill situation. What y'all mad at Bianca for? What was Bianca supposed to do? She was stuck in the pod anyway.
Yep.
They want to believe that it was Bianca Belair that was the mastermind of the whole thing.
Oh,
I can tell you she was not the mastermind of the whole thing.
No.
I can tell you who was supposed to be behind it, but they're not going that route. That's why they threw her in a different storyline.
Wasn't it supposed to be Bailey?
Bailey.
Yeah. But they went to the well with Bailey as a heel already, and they already got her kind of on a babyface run now.
Because for those of you who don't know, I'm a wrestling fan. I connect dots. This is what I like. I like to connect the dots. Like, what we got going on here?
Yes, sir.
If you go back and listen, when Jade Cargill first got taken out, I was like, Naomi and Baylor are the first two there to see Jade get put into the ambulance while Bianca's running back to see what's going on with her friend.
Right.
Which, by the way, was part of a United States tournament to be crowned the first ever United States Women's Champion.
Yeah.
I'm like, if I know WWE like I think I know WWE, the fact that Naomi and Baylor are the first two at the scene, I feel some type of way.
Well, as soon as I saw Naomi, I was like, okay, someone tell me they're going to turn Naomi because they've been teasing it for a minute. Because Naomi has almost always been a babyface, except for that one time in Team Bad. Other than that, she's always been a babyface, and that kind of got stale.
And then all of a sudden, and matter of fact, remember this was going into War Games.
Yeah,
Bianca's team is down to member already.
Right.
Well, I should say Rhea's team because Rhea was the leader of that team.
Yep.
To be honest, I'm like, okay, we already knew Naomi was in there because Naomi has been the one that's, I got y'all, I got my girls back no matter what, right?
Right.
Who got that final spot? Oh, Bailey. Really?
Yep.
Bailey. And we already know Bailey and Bianca have history of not, because Bianca don't trust Bailey after what she did to her.
Yep.
Oh,
and
hell no.
And Bailey had issues with EO too.
I'm looking like, very interesting that y'all chose Bailey.
Okay. Right.
Yeah, I don't know what the hell Triple H is cooking on this one.
It's not Triple H, it's the fans.
That knows. Well, and
the fans are I truly believe the original plan was Bailey and Naomi because they are best friends.
Yes, they are. Yes, they are.
There was no coincidence that them two was the first one at the scene of the crime.
Right.
But the fans have turned on Bianca out of nowhere.
I mean, they're making her out to be the villain in all this when it was Naomi that screwed over Jade.
I wonder, is it because like they really like Rhea? Because like a lot of people,
dude, Rhea is that blanking over right now.
And the crazy thing is, here's the funny thing, and this is why I'm going at the IWC crew.
Yes.
When Rhea lost the World Heavyweight Championship, right? Why is she the one doing the heel tendencies and not Bianca? But everybody's like, "Oh, Bianca was playing the heel." How?
I'm confused.
Bianca's not playing no fucking heel. What the hell are they on?
I don't know.
Bianca was encouraging EO to get into the ring like everybody else because we do not want to see a count out victory.
Right.
Which, by the way, Rhea, when did Rhea ever want to get a count out victory anyway?
Never. Never.
No, she usually tosses them back in and says, "Go pick yourself."
Her whole thing is that she wants to beat them hands down. She want to beat them straight up.
She wants to get the finish,
but she's mad at Bianca for trying to encourage you. Get in the ring before you get counted out. I'm
like what's happening here?
What is going on? What? Hold on, wait a minute. Why is Rhea worrying about EO making the 10 count?
No, the thing about it is also how much is this dealing with the fact of moving to Netflix have these storylines changed?
It's been completely off kilter.
I can see where you asked that at. So now I'm like, okay.
Judgment Day don't make no sense no more.
I'm
I don't know what
Judgment Day ain't made a lick of sense since they both got rid of Rhea and doggone Priest.
Yep.
So now my thing is this. Now let's go to what happened. I didn't see Raw yesterday. I will be watching Raw today. Trust me, I will be. Let's go back to the previous Raw.
Okay.
Bianca getting put in a situation that she's never been put in before. She's the best guest referee for this title match. She literally gets to decide who faces her at WrestleMania.
Right.
I didn't see any heel tendencies coming from Bianca Belair. She didn't tip her hand or what she was doing. Well, she got kicked in the face by Rhea. Okay, she let that one slide. And then she get kicked in the face by EO. And she said, you know what? I'm done.
Both done kicked me in the face. I'm out.
I'm done.
And then the thing is, Pierce said earlier today, he was like, earlier on the Raw, he was like, yeah, I put Bianca Belair in a special special guest referee role, but I was under the impression that you guys would be professional. I'm like, you saw her basically do her job up to the point where she got kicked twice.
And guess what? You know what's the cherry on top of all this? You can hear Michael Cole saying, "I don't blame her."
Right?
No. I mean, come on. Both Rhea and Io kicked her in the grill twice.
She didn't put her hands on them. She didn't fight back. She just did what any other ref did. Nope.
Here's the thing: all this stuff is making Rhea look worse. All this stuff is making Rhea look worse.
Yeah, doggone Bianca did what any other special guest ref would do in the position she was in at certain times, and that's pull the wrestlers off of each other.
Yes.
And anyone would do that.
So yes, IWC, you keep on. Cause you're going to get another heel turn, and you're not gonna like, and this one you're not gonna like even more than John Cena, because when Bianca goes in, oh, y'all gonna hate every single bit of it.
Oh, dude,
it's actually y'all fault why she turned heel.
Dude, Bianca's due to turn heel. Look at the fact that Montez is.
They're not even heel.
Well, what the hell are the Street Profits?
They just came with an attitude now. more so the Dawkins, because that's what we needed to see with the attitude. We already knew Montez had attitude. We needed Dawkins to come with the attitude. He's come with the attitude now. Now is there we go. That's what we needed right there.
Yeah.
But I'm telling you, the IWC gonna mess around. They're gonna give the fans something they really don't want. And then what they always say: be careful what you ask for. Because you just might get it.
The problem with the IWC is they're going to bitch over anything anyway, so it doesn't matter what they get. They're going to bitch over it no matter what.
And this is why I hate this particular group.
How do you think I feel?
I'm like, why is y'all trying to force this woman to turn heel? She ain't doing nothing wrong. There's no evidence or she had anything to do with the Jade Cargill attack. Matter of fact, she was in a tournament trying to become the first ever United States Women's Champion until her partner got thrown on top of a car. Y'all tried to blame her throughout the entire thing. When Naomi said what she said, that she was the one that did it, and she did it for Bianca, and Bianca don't understand, y'all still try to blame Bianca for it. I'm like, it's clear as day Bianca had nothing to do with it. Why would you act that emotional if you had nothing to do with it?
Well, I hate to tell you something. The IWC believes in Steiner math.
Oh God!
Like, let's go back. Think about that whole entire segment between Naomi and Bianca. I was like, this. I was like, man, I ain't gonna say I hate the segment. I love the segment, but I'm like, it's one of them segments that you love, but it's like, man, I wish it didn't have to come to this.
You love it, but why did it come to this?
Why? Like, why? Like, really? Why? And then everybody else is still believe that Bianca did it. I'm like, okay, y'all keep on.
You know, she admitted it, right?
Oh, y'all keep on. When Bianca turn here, I'm gonna be front and center for it. I'm gonna love every minute of it. I'm like, this is what y'all get. Y'all deserve everything you get. That's like what John Cena is doing to y'all. Y'all deserve everything y'all get from John Cena. And here's the thing: John Cena never made it about Kobe. It is all about the fans. I was like, John's throwing it back in their face. I actually like this.
Dude,
I actually like this. He's throwing it back at their face.
I remember watching John flipping at Chamber, and I was like, you guys finally get, and I'm talking about the idiot IWC fans, y'all finally get what you want. How long before you take to Twitter to harp about it?
And then
20 seconds later.
3.5 seconds.
The crazy thing about the whole thing is that it all goes back to a Daniel Bryan promo that he made years ago about how the fans are fickle. Fickle. He's absolutely right.
Yes, they are, because it is ridiculous. I'm like, can y'all make up y'all freaking mind?
No.
Can y'all make up y'all freaking mind? How y'all want somebody to turn heel and don't like how they turn heel?
Right.
The IWC is more indecisive than a 3-year-old.
They're like, we want this, we don't want that.
No, that's not the way we wanted it done. You don't get to choose how it gets done.
The IWC is more indecisive than Mac Jones under center.
The IWC is more indecisive than LeBron James.
Then y'all say John Cena's promos doesn't hit. Yeah, it does.
Yeah, they do.
Yeah, it does.
Because you know why? You know why you feel that way? Because it's smacking you in the face.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, it don't hit because he's telling the truth about us.
And what's crazy?
Well, then what the hell do you expect?
The craziest thing was when he actually went at a kid, and they were like, "How dare he go at a child?" I'm like,
and yet that kid is posted everywhere.
Yep.
For a whole week.
Kid is a damn meme now.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
This is what you guys asked for. You want the heel turn to the point where he actually made a joke about a heel turn and actually turning his foot.
And now that it's happened, people are pissy about it.
He even said, "I'm not a heel. I'm not a babyface. I'm a human being.
I'm not your monkey."
And yet he's being treated like one.
I'm like, y'all tripping.
John's
Like
like,
I said,
I don't
the
care
IWC
anymore.
Dude, like I said, the IWC believes in Steiner math. Do we expect anything different out of them?
And unfortunately, unfortunately, and they can hate me for this. I'm putting the capital on Chicago.
Please do.
Because what y'all did to Charlotte.
Please do.
Oh,
I don't care.
God.
For everybody to say, "Oh, Tiffany cut Charlotte." No, Chicago cut Charlotte.
Mm-hmm.
Go back and watch. Chicago did not want to hear from Charlotte at all.
Well, Charlotte's not the best promo. She never has.
I said, wait a minute. I've never seen a crowd do this to Charlotte.
Dude, Charlotte would get away with saying less, but be more to the point.
Right.
He tries to go long-winded like her dad, and it backfires. And then we get the train wrecks.
Chicago wanted to outdo the European crowd so bad, so they chose Charlotte to do it on.
And boy, did they ever.
I'm gonna say this. This may not be popular, but I hope they never do another European tour. Because I understand you love these individuals, but do you have to sing every theme?
I mean, that's actually the European countries.
Dude, that's Euro. That's Europe in general, man.
Europe. That's Europe.
Have you seen them?
We don't. I know we're not used to it here, but if you actually watch the soccer games or the other events that they do, that's what they do.
Let me tell Agent Zero. I was about to mention that. Have you seen them during Premier Soccer games?
Fair enough. I'm just like, okay, I'm used to you guys.
I know. I'm telling you, I have no problem with it because that's what Europe does. That's what Europe does. They stay true to what they are.
And that's the thing is with the European crowds. When I was watching those shows, I was like, okay, how crazy are they going to get this time? And they just keep outdoing each other and just keeping the flow going.
So when they finally got back to the stage, Chicago
tried to up the ante.
They tried to up the ante and they messed around and they did something that no other city has tried to do to Charlotte.
And you know who else they tried to do? They're trying to turn Seth Rollins heel too.
Seth Rollins is anti. What are we talking about here?
Mm-hmm.
So
they try to turn him heel too and I'm like, again, y'all may like Punk, but Seth is not lying to you.
No, he's not, and that's the damn thing.
The whole world loves Punk.
Too many promos have come out about when CM Punk left the WWE that he cut ties with a lot of people that were still there.
He did.
I'm like,
they still didn't stop. They still didn't stop the fans from chanting his name for 10 whole years.
Right.
Exactly.
Mm-hmm.
No matter where they go, no matter what they would be doing, there would at least be 2 to 3 CM Punk chants per show.
Oh my god!
And it was like 5 to 6 during PLEs.
Chicago was nuts.
Dude, Chicago was the biggest one for it.
Chicago was nuts whenever they came to Chicago while CM Punk was gone. Everyone chanted CM Punk. Everyone.
I am surprised Chicago was still, dude. I'm surprised Chicago was still standing after Survivor Series when Punk actually returned.
Mm-hmm. I'm surprised that wherever they held Survivor Series in Chicago is still standing.
It was the new house, dude. It was the new house.
It was the UC.
It was the UC.
That was the shocker of all shockers because nobody expected him to return.
I mean, the fact that Randy Orton basically came in, wrecked house for 6 minutes, And then everyone's like, okay, cool, Randy's back. Then all of a sudden, out of nowhere, cue Cult of Personality. Holy shit!
Yeah, when I heard that, I was like, no, they're trolling. I'm like,
and then here
he's
comes
really there.
Punk strolling out, and it's like, oh my god!
And you look at because they queued back to Seth, and Seth was like ballistic.
Dude, Corey Graves and Michael Cole had to hold Seth back.
Yes.
Post show.
Yeah, and Corey already had his own beef with Punk too.
Exactly.
It is this the IWC? I'm gonna need y'all to shut up,
please,
please,
shut up.
Because y'all is doing way too much.
Playmaker, I think I got the right button when it comes down to the IWC. If I can find where it disappeared to. Oh, here we go.
Shut up, bitch.
I have a button of my own for the IWC, and it goes like this.
So I realized that I think, even though it's not advertised,
right,
there has to be a place for stupid people. We don't know because we're not stupid, so we don't know anything about it, like a secret club society.
Oh my gosh.
So I come to the conclusion that he graduated from SU, stupid university. Yeah, all the stupid ass letters that go along with graduating. High honors of being stupid. I can't do no more, man.
Vámonos, dominos, vámonos. Stupid university, where everyone graduates. Magna cum stupid.
Pretty much.
I got to get into more Monarchs of Wrestling because I love this. I love this so doggone much.
I mean,
trust me. Like me and Cool, we be like, bro, I don't know what's wrong with these people.
I mean, the fact is, there are a few people in the IWC that have more than 2 brain cells to rub together. I know a handful of them, including one on YouTube, the Demon Diva herself, that is actually part of the media circle.
Yep.
So, I mean, outside of like what 3% of the IWC, they're all idiots.
You got a question, like, they're surprised when these people start to like lash out. They see surprised. They're like, well, why Bianca so mad? What did we ever do? Really?
Bitch,
y'all want to hear?
Like, do you want to go back and watch the show and see what happened?
Right.
You get those questions, you're like, bitch, look in the mirror. Look at what you did.
And because of the IWC, that's how Jade and Bianca start beefing on X. I'm like, why is my 2 girls beefing on X? This is not what I need right now.
Right.
I mean,
like, why are y'all getting mad at each other? What is happening here?
What the hell happened?
Yeah, literally, what happened?
You had
exactly. What happened?
You had a great moment because when Naomi let loose, I'm like, oh, I can feel this. She's letting go of frustration because ever since she came back, she was the champion at TNA.
Yep.
Came back to be the
and hasn't done jack,
and nothing's happened with her except for what one or 2 tag team runs.
Yeah, basically.
That's it.
Yeah, and that was
you put the towel on her.
And one of those tag team runs came to an abrupt end when Sasha got a hair across her ass.
Right.
See, it would have been fine with the whole hair ton of Naomi.
Yeah.
But the fact that the IWC is like Bianca's behind it. What have y'all seen to say Bianca's behind this?
Jade and Bianca have been basically like sisters ever since Jade came into it. Now I know what they want. They want Jade versus Bianca. That's what they really want
too. But I'm like, hey, can we stay focused here? We finna get Rhea and Bianca before they decide to throw Io Sky in the whole mix.
I mean, the fact of the matter is, what type of MJF sunglasses is the IWC wearing when it comes down to this stuff?
I have no idea.
I'm like, okay, cool, great. You can put Jade and Bianca on the back burner for right now. I just want to focus on Bianca and Rhea. That's the mess that we've been wanting for the entire time.
Right.
We finally get it. And this is where Triple H comes in. Back to your original question, Shane, about Triple H. He decided to throw Io in. I'm like, no, I don't want Io in this.
Well, they got to do something for the championship.
I'm like,
Yeah, but you
no,
had
remember,
Rhea.
Rhea was the champion.
Rhea was the champion.
Yeah.
And you should have had just at that have Bianca win at the chamber and have Bianca and Rhea go at it because they've been waiting for that ever since the beginning. You know, it's like
we finally about to get it. It's right here.
Now the thing about it is,
And then we
look how fast originally they were building it up just to be Io versus Bianca. And then the IWC starts harping about things, and within 2 weeks, Mommy's thrown into the mix.
See, here's the thing. I knew what was going to happen. I was like, oh, you know what? Since Io won the title, now it's going to be a triple threat match.
Exactly.
I knew it as soon from the beginning. I was like, it's going to be a triple threat match because Io won.
And
they just had to put Io in here.
And it seems like ever since WrestleMania 20, that has been their go-to.
Oh, and by the way, another thing for the IWC.
Uh-oh.
Oh, Lord.
Shut up when it comes to Jey Uso.
Oh, my God.
Jey Uso is not the reason why WrestleMania is not sold out. Do you see what is being placed at?
No.
It's in the Death Star.
Las Vegas.
It's in the Death Star.
And they can't sell out when the team is there to begin with.
Ain't that the truth?
It's in Las Vegas, the entertainment capital of the world. And do you see them ticket prices?
I'm gonna say,
oh God,
I haven't seen ticket prices that high since Formula One was there back last fall.
But think
I
about
haven't
this:
seen
it's
ticket
not
prices
just
that high since Super Bowl 58.
think about it's not just the ticket prices though. Think about all the stuff you need to have. You gotta, if you coming from out of state, you either driving or you're flying.
Mhm.
You gotta get hotels.
There's about $1,000.
Yep. Especially you're gonna be on the strip.
That's
then
2,000.
you get the tickets. More likely, you're probably gonna get the fan pass.
There's
fan
about
access.
$3,500.
So you're gonna be there early, getting chances. You looking at probably about maybe $10K.
Yeah,
for
Easily.
2 days,
and that's on the low end.
For 2 days, $10,000 for 2 days,
and that's on the low end.
So yeah, IWC. Know your role and shut your mouth.